But we're live here straight away onto map 2, round 1. RaVe Esports. Let's see how things are looking here. We have Sentinoob in the attack jet with Proto in the Russian Frogfoot. But let's see here, look at this fast push. This is the advantage that the Russian team has onto Charlie objective. Coming in hot onto this point. It looks like they could potentially secure this helicopter if we do not have a small from Wonder Bamboo or the others here. But that vehicle coming in, the MP Rex coming in from Tumto, taking him out, and this is the sign that the helicopter is secured by Virus here on the point, but he is the extinguisher coming into play, and he's alive. All he has to do is wait for a helicopter gunner, a pilot to spawn in. But Sentinoob is coming in hot with that attack jet. He's gonna be forced to use that extinguisher, but he's taken out the helicopters down. Air superiority does not belong to anyone as of right now, and we do have the dog shit, which will come into play right now. Proto has to take out Senti. We had a little bit of a confrontation here on Alpha Objector, trying to get up a little push. I believe that was Scrublord Gump, who potentially, yes, it was Gump onto Alpha Objector. Bravo is completely open, and there we have it. Raven here trying to defend this Delta objective, which is a flag which they do not whatsoever want to lose and have the Russians control. Waffles have 2 soldiers. They're graying it out. The kill comes in, and there's no response. It's going to be very difficult for Raven to try and secure this flag again. But let's see here. Tough Tone is going to be pushing up and potentially try and do a little sneaky peeky onto Losco in the attack helicopter, trying to provide some support. But here we go. The Sprawl is out, and a Igla as well right next to him. But they have this Bravo, a 3 flag hold coming into play here for the Luftwaffles. It is RaVe in the tank, 100%. He could try and do something. Look at that kill onto Lodram, denying him access to that Charlie objective. And they are burning out this flag. A huge, massive response. And the C4 Jeep coming in, but zipping by. Mr. Gino missed that one. Was it Gino? No, who was that? It could have been a dangerous situation there as that Jeep just went by. But we have a 2 flag hold here. And Scheibel is trying to get a shot onto Pro Losco. He could potentially. I'm not saying he can't make this shot. It would be a big game changer for his team to get rid of that helicopter. They will have a chance to do something. Oh, taking out Small, stopping that push onto Alpha objective. Bravo is now being held here. The Jets, the air superiority definitely does belong to Raven now. We do have Johannes coming around from a long flank to try and push up onto this Alpha objective. And even Rune is coming in hot onto Scheibel. I do believe Scheibel is going to get eliminated, but a 4-man push onto objective Alpha. It's not looking good for Luftwaffles. The China team is definitely on it. Small even taking out Virus there on such low health. Oh, but a dunk coming in from Weasel to neutralize that threat there. And Sentinoob is just going to pick up a couple of kills here, drop a JDAM, and take out Lodram as well, getting a nice double there on that Alpha objective. And easy pickings as Alpha will continue to be contested. Charlie is trying to be contested here by Cobalt Squad. He's on the point, but the helicopter is up. It's not going to be easy for him as he does have the tank and 1 infantry guy coming around from behind. It's just a bit of a patience waiting game to see who will strike first. He hears the footsteps. Rune is probably going to wallbang and take out Cobalt Squad. There it is, the shot coming in, probably hugging that wall a bit too close, revealing his body and allowing him to get taken out. And now it is NKS here replacing Bitney in the tank. And will it make much of a difference? But Proto trying to stay here below radar to try and engage this helicopter. Getting a couple of shots onto Prolosco, but not enough. Just 11% health and a 4 flag hold to Raven Esports right now. And all it is Virus here on the objective. He cannot get into this MAA. It is off limits. So carefully get the squad bomb onto this Bravo objective. It's their last hope, but all they're going to be doing is getting trapped under this dish, and that is just not an ideal situation. Look at this. Rune instantly coming in, and this is the organization coming into play right now from Raven Esports, being aggressive, knowing when to be defensive and when to be aggressive. And that is what is preventing Waffles from having a successful push here onto the objectives. Bravo is absolutely surrounded here, and all it is 1 player from RaVe. It's small, and all he has to do is just wait for the opportunity for this flag to begin ticking to the favor of RaVe, and, you know, stay alive, stay safe in the tank, and probably duke this one infantry player right here. Who is this? Is it? Oh! Auzom is out. Bravo still has some potential spawns to come in, but as with Rune on this point, the infantry do not stand a chance to have a successful capture and defense of this objective. It is grayed out. Delta, however, did get taken over in the meantime. No response in here, but Prolosco is alive. And Wonder Bamboo is going to be pulling in the kills, going 10-1. Rune going 8-0. It is a big difference between the between the two teams. RaVe are playing on such a very high level. They're focused, they're working together, communication is well. However, Waffles are falling apart, having a difficult situation here, but they did manage to do it. But look at this, we're not speaking too soon here, Mr. Falls. We do have a push here, 191 tickets to 229. It's still anybody's game right now. 30 tickets is not, no, sorry, yeah, 40 tickets is not too difficult for a team to be in right now here in Rogue Transmission, with Bravo being taken over and Alpha being held on to, but Delta does get neutralized here. We have a 4v3 situation here on Delta objective, but the first blood coming in for Small, taking out Weasel, and exchanges are coming in. Small getting another kill. Lodrum is going to be reviving to keep his teammates alive, to keep the pressure on this Delta objective and keep RaVe from pushing onto any other objectives, opening up a little bit of spaces here so Charlie can be taken. We do have Virus potentially pushing up onto Charlie, but NKS is the last remaining player here from Waffles on this Delta objective. But unfortunately, he does get taken out there, and a second one as well. Johannes getting that kill onto Tough Tone with a G18, and Weasel's even spawning all the way back here in base. Bravo, the last remaining beacon of hope for Waffles to spawn in on, but Virus wants to try and do it. And Losco trying to be fancy pants and fly under the dish. They are 1 health. They're going to seed switch. Wonder Bamboo manages to save that helicopter. Prolosco's going to die because it doesn't matter, and he can spawn straight away back into Wonder Bamboo's chopper. Wonder Bamboo is just keeping the seats warm, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, it was a planned suicide. But NKS is on Alpha objective. No spawns coming in as of yet. 0. Yes, Alpha will be secured. Charlie being contested as well. And with this Delta objective secured, I do believe RaVe will focus their assets to make sure that this flag is a priority and is neutralized first, to make sure they have easy passage to the other flags and not have this terrible, you know, maze of rooms which could have potential players from Waffles lurking in and around. But Senti is here on this Charlie objective, trying to get onto stop the burn. Does take it out. Tribal, we does some guests coming in. Bamboo didn't take it out, and it's a little game of hide and seek. Peekaboo, who's going to strike first? Cobalt's going to kill onto him, and this Charlie objective, it is Small, who is the last remaining player here. The spawn's coming in. Cobalt is down, unfortunately, but it's a 2v1 situation, and that is Charlie being secured there. 2 flags to 2 flags. No bleed in anyone's favor, but the Waffles are on the back foot here, being down over 70 tickets. Not a great situation to be on, but it could be worse, and it shouldn't really affect their mentality now. They did go into this round with a loss, even though they did pick up the pace and play much better on the second round of Golmud Railway. However, they are on the advantage side, which means that I have to say it, when RaVe set foot onto that Russian side, it's going to be a much easier situation for them to do. They're going to secure that Delta objective. They're going to lock it down and pose a big threat here. But look at that Lodram actually getting a kill onto Johannes and making sure that Bravo objective falls into their favor, so they can get this ticket bleed finally in their favor and make RaVe work under some pressure to try and get back into the game. We have Delta, which has been neutralized. We have a 3 flag hold and a potential 4 flag hold for Waffles here. Lodram is on the point. He has 1 player right in front of him, is Piketty Johannes, but unfortunately he is taken out there, revealing himself a little bit too much. but a 3 flag hold is great. And it is NKS here contesting against 3 infantry, 3 engineers, all trying to get some shots onto him. 52 health, not a totally difficult situation. The helicopter is not up yet, so air superiority is not a issue right now for Waffles, as they do manage to get a nice 3 flag hold, and the push begins to go underway here onto Bravo objective. We do have Mr. Gino getting a lovely spawn here, getting the back rage, giving a nice assist, and has to engage, but well, Cobalt with them plays, outgunning Mr. Gino. Let's see and have a look onto Sentinel pre-firing, trying to get the kill, but does manage to dunk onto Cobalt Squad. And Bravo is in firm control for RaVe. And we do have Prudo up in the air, going to drop a J-Dam. Is he going to manage to get the kill? No, unfortunately not. We do have Scrumlord Gump here, giving the information to his teammates. He is the in-game leader for RaVe, and will always be that spawn point for his team, always looking for the flanks, as I said. And for Waffles, I'm not sure. I believe Cobalt Squad could be giving a hand at being the in-game leader. He does have good experience by playing with ACX, which was a very strong team in the top division in previous seasons, the season 7 and the Summer Cup. Oh, but that miss! Oh, so close. I would have totally been amazed if Losco managed to get that shot onto that. But the helicopter is going to stay down here, and Proto will probably J-Dam them. No J-Dams available for him to do anything yet, but we do have a push finally coming into play for RaVe, but it's going to be difficult with NKS in that tank holding down this objective. Wonder Bamboo. Get a shot. Gump being the bait, forcing NKS to get a little bit more exposed. He's on 17 health. It's not a great situation. One straw coming in. He's going to get taken out there with a straw from Scrub Lord Gump, the Lord of the Scrubs. Scheibel is here. Quite a lot of support on this objective. Shouldn't be too much of an issue for them to keep this Charlie objective in control. But look at this. They are now in the lead by a good 30 tickets. A 3 flag hold. Alpha and Bravo are blinking though. It's going to be Scrublord Gump. No, it is Johannes actually doing the footwork here, getting onto his objective. And he's going to force NKS to stay in this tank here on Alpha objective. Johannes is a medic, so it's not an ideal situation for him to go up against a tank, but it is Losco quite close, trying to get a bit of a vantage point onto the tank. We're just getting away there with his life. Cobalt Squad is hungry, trying to get the helicopter pilot, and he does take out Pro Losco. Alpha objective is clear and held firmly by Waffles, but in the meantime, we do have a strong push coming in from RaVe Esports onto Delta objective, and the last remaining player is Tough Tone. It's not looking good for him either, with 44 health remaining. I don't know if he can clutch it and hold on to this objective. He doesn't have any dead spawns, and he is eliminated there with Mr. Gino coming in from the side with a beautiful flank and making sure that this Delta objective stays alive. But we do have one remaining player, and that is Lojam, who potentially could get taken out here. Oh no, he is down. That push from Delta, but it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's a good distraction, keeping the pressure up onto RaVe, as Bravo is in firm control. A 3 flag hold, 55 tickets remaining. Waffles holding on to their own right now and making sure they stay, excuse me, here on Charlie objective. It's time to hydrate with some H2O. We do have Small on Alpha objective, and RaVe are starting to panic. I can see it in their game. They are spreading out, putting a lot more resources onto one flag. But they just need one flag. They need one flag. They need to have 2 flags under control to get control of the map, figure out what's going on, and figure out what is the best flag to go for to get the ticket in their favor, because 120 tickets is a pretty strong position for Waffles to be in right now. But 33, the tickets are dripping down for RaVe. But look at this, we have a 2 flag hold here, and it is Proto no longer in the jet. He is down on foot, and he's going to be taken out there. Terrible positioning from his part, as Grump will pick up an easy frag there on that Charlie objective and secure it for his team. But let's see here, Small coming in. Whoa, teleporting a little bit as well. And NKS misses Small from that range, Oh, dear lord. And Sentinoob does get a kill there as Gino is trying to push and take out the tank, and it does get taken out there. And I believe that was the kill for Sentinoob. And I am making sure the roofs are clear here, but we have a 2 flag hold. Alpha objective could easily be taken. We do have Mr. Gino pushing up onto Bravo objective. And let's see, are the teams being careful with their tickets? We have 28 to 111. Waffles with a relatively comfortable lead, but I've seen RaVe come back from with this exact amount of tickets on Hainan Resort and pull a win. And it's all about the discipline from the team to see who's going to be doing it better, who's going to be on top, and who's going to play it smart. But there it is. The play is coming in here on Bravo objective. 2 players, and Lodrum is the only one remaining here, close enough to Bravo objective to stop any sort of push. But it is a 2v1 situation. Manages to take one out. Gino is down, but there could be the spawns coming in. He is taking a bit of fire here on Bravo. Prolosco and Johannes, 2 very good players against Lodrem. Best Johannes. Oh no, the G18 comes out. Lodrem is a victim of the pocket AEK, and we have a 3 flag hold here for Raven. But we can still wait and see what happens here on Delta. We do have a good presence here. Tough Tone trying to get a couple of shots in, but unfortunately getting a little bit greedy there, revealing himself and causing that objective to be completely taken by Raven. All of them wiped out. It is a 2 flag hold. Possibly, if Cobalt Squad manages to stay alive here, and unfortunately Wonder Bamboo with the TV missile will eliminate that, and there's a 3 flag hold here. And look at the tickets go, ladies and gentlemen, for Waffles. They had 111 tickets when they had control of the map, and they are already down to 79. Raven Esports only losing a handful of tickets in the process. But they have a lot of things in their favor. They have that attack helicopter, and they do have that attack jet up at the same time. And NKS is going to struggle here. Oh yeah, excuse me, the attack jet is not up. But if Prolos goes in the helicopter, it's pretty much like having an attack jet up in the air. Wonder Bamboo getting the kill onto the tank. And look at this. Raven just going all out here, snuffing this little push onto Bravo objective. Alpha will be contested. We have the helicopter and the tank here on Alpha, and it's Virus going to go for that Delta, but they need to neutralize 2 flags to have any chance of holding onto their what little tickets they have left. It's 20 tickets remaining, and it's not looking good for them. They need time, and time is just what's not available for Waffles right now. Potentially they got a little bit complacent there in the beginning, in the middle of the round, when they saw they had, well, we have 100 plus tickets to our favor. There's no chance for Raven to try and get back into the game, and that could have been a factor. They got complacent and were able to relax. Oh, but look at that toe from Virus taking out Wonder Bamboo and Prolosco. This could be the opener they need to try and get back into the game, but Delta is stuck at a standstill with 2 tickets in the advantage for Raven Esports. Oh, even though that was a beautiful play, is it enough? The music is going. We have 2 players here from Waffles on Bravo objective. This is the point, but that grenade is right next to Tough Tone. He's going to manage to get out there without Scoff free. And Bravo, is it going to be contested? Rune is saying, no, sir. This flag belongs to Raven, and I'm going to stake my claim here and push up aggressively on the tank here and try and get you guys out of here. In the the ditch. Just out of range, but he's going to switch to F2 and take out this threat on Bravo objective. No cap coming into play. Delta is at a standstill, and it is 7 to 12. So close here for this round on Rogue Transmission. Scheibel, unfortunately, getting taken out there from a well-placed grenade by Johannes. And Tough Tone with his crew is up here, but unfortunately, Johannes getting another kill on fire. Johannes 30 and 14 on this round here on Golmud Railway. Going for another triple, and that is a great play there. Oh my goodness. But Wonder Bamboo is up. We have the tank as a last resort trying to get onto this flag. 3 tickets remaining to 10. The bleed is not in their favor, and it looks to be a victory for Raven Esports. GG, good first round. So 10 to 0. Not too difficult for Waffles to get back into this game. But we have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, they were on the side which does have the advantage of rogue transmission. The Russians do have an advantage, and considering that RaVe were on the back foot from the start on this map, playing China side first, and pulling back a strong victory and a nice comeback, but with only 10 tickets, we'll have to see what happens in the round to follow this one. Round 4, round 4, map 2. Very close game, very exciting play there. A nice toe shot there from, I believe it was Uptown. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have round 4 starting here. Rogue transmission, the choice for Waffles. Putting up a hell of a fight, getting into the lead there, but RaVe just outplaying them at the very end there. A little bit of complacency potentially coming into play, allowing Waffles to relax a bit, and RaVe took advantage of that situation. But let's update the scoreboard here really quickly. 10-0, and you're talking about peanuts. Very close. And now it is all about how organized RaVe, how organized Waffles can be on this round, playing on the side which has difficult situation, and how they do their breakouts, and how they split up all their assets in the start. Because that is an important part of this map, is how you do your starts. And look at this camera, it's right here. What is that fence trying to tell me? Every time rogue transmission, the fence is there. But here we go. We have this map going on. We have one player that dropped for RaVe, and we will. But I'm going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a couple of seconds. We do have one player which dropped out from Waffles. I'm sorry, from RaVe. So take a quick break, and we'll be right back here. We'll just leave this scene. Beautiful view here of rogue transmission here. Put some music on. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, round 4 on map 2 here, starting off right now as we speak. So let's go right into this game here, ladies and gentlemen. We have the score here from the previous round. RaVe Esports in the lead with 10 tickets. Beautiful plays here coming in under the heat of the moments. We saw a toe missile taken out, Pro Losco and Wonder Bamboo in the tank. But now it is time for Waffles to play on the disadvantaged side. Unfortunately, there is no handicap. Look at that. J-Down coming in, but just missing here. But let's see this push onto the objective. Look at them already set up here. The tank straight away. We have Raven here on the point, on it, and I think they're going to manage to take off here. Wonder Bamboo getting the extinguisher taken off with 35% health, and I think he's going to manage to stay alive here and take off here. No problem. Easy peasy. And look at this. 2 players pushing up here, but almost a road. No, it was a road kill from Lodrum taking out Tough Tone. Oh no, that quad bike just went a little too much hot sauce as he disengaged here and unable to revive that road kill as well. And also not on the point. It's precious time which has been lost here. But let's see here, Rod taking out that attack jet, and now it is Losco and Wonder Bamboo possibly in the helicopter. Is Wonder Bamboo down? He's in the ground trying to do a TV onto his point. But we have Bravo, Alpha, and Charlie as a hold. Let's see if Waffles will be able to secure this Alpha objective, especially with that helicopter right under their feet. Weasel needs to get into cover quick. Otherwise, he's going to be nice frags for Wonder Bamboo. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the semifinals this evening, followed by the grand final for BCL Atlantic tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock Central European Time. That's 2100 hours Central European Time to see who's going to be going on. And at the same time, on over at Auzom RU, we have the fantastic Vega casting the match between Nafu and Intense Esports. And right now we have Luftwaffles here versus RaVe Esports. This is the choice for Luftwaffles, Rogue Transmission. We did see a strong victory in the first round of Golmud Railway, which was the choice for RaVe Esports. However, Luftwaffles did get back into order on the second round of Golmud Railway and, you know, did well, but unfortunately we're at such a disadvantage with the ticket lead, which Raven had with 180 plus tickets, 182 tickets to Raven. It was not an ideal situation and not much breathing room for Waffles to work with here. But let's see here, we have a full cap in play, almost a full cap here, as Wonder Bamboo is trying to stop that push of infantry coming onto Charlie objective. But this is the difference of the sides. You saw the advantage. The Russian team are on this Charlie objective straight away, and Luftwaffles are just stuck here. They're on the point, but they're surrounded. They don't have any vehicles up in the air. They don't have a tank. They don't have a attack jet. And Raven, on the other hand, they do have the helicopter, they do have the tank up, and it's just not a great situation. They even have the attack jet up, just lurking. There's Sentinoob lurking at the base, waiting for Proto to spawn into that attack jet. But we do have Cobalt playing it a bit smart, going to go for a push onto Bravo objective with a small squad bomb coming into play. There's a 3v tank situation here, but one of them taken out already. Lodrum is fallen victim to Rune in that tank, and another one falling as well. Double kill for Rune, and it is Cobalt Squad, the last remaining player here from Waffles on this, what could be a game deciding factor, but unfortunately he does get taken out there. Even Johannes with a bit of a back rage onto him, and Delta's the last remaining point. Scoblord Gump trying to engage that one quad bike coming in, but I think Losco and Bamboo, yes, Tough Tone did not even stand a chance to get onto that Charlie objective. At least it's not a 4-flag hold, which would be detrimental to Waffles and be very, very difficult. But they are down to 120 tickets, and it's only been 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes of the round has gone by, and Raven have just absolutely steamrolled them on this 4th round. Waffles and KS getting taken out. Even a small from Quick taking out that infantry there on this point. Waffles holding on. We do have a small attempt here on Bravo objective, but it just seems that there is no communication. Everyone is distraught and scattered all over the place. We have a potential push here onto Alpha objective by Cobalt Squad, but is he going to manage to secure it? Let's see here on so we have this situation right now. Alpha objective trying to be contested by Cobalt Squad. The helicopter and attack jet up for RaVe Esports. It's not looking ideal for him. Even Virus is trying to keep that attack jet at bay. Sentinoob is up. Will possibly drop a JDAM. Oh, Cobalt Squad getting into cover just before that JDAM manages to connect, but Waffle, oh man, not looking good. Prolosco, Wonder Bamboo, they know what's up and what's happening here on Alpha objective, and this is going to be an all cap if they don't manage to hold on to it. Hold on. No, it is. We have a couple of players here remaining from Waffles staying alive. We have Robert Gump pushing up onto this Alpha objective to try and get rid of them. They want that all cap and they want it now. They want to win this round. 63 tickets remaining to 236. And that is the difference in sides here on Rogue Transmission. Very difficult map for China team. And look at this, we do have a push here. Even the tank, Rune is just completely YOLOing, pushing him right into the face of NKS. He does not care, he's disabled, he's on 24% health, and I think he's gonna get the kill there and bail out. And no, yeah, who's gonna take the kill? It doesn't matter. The vehicle is down. They have the second vehicle which could potentially spawn in. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, the second take is up, so a quick refractory period for Rune to get back into this game. But we do have a couple of lingering players here. Look at this. This is the roof control, which is very difficult. And did the fence get destroyed? No, it did not. And that is something very important to do on Rogue Transmission, is to defense that dish and get rid of that ramp, which is very easily accessible by a quad bike. And you have this roof control. But here on Alpha objective, Sentinoob trying to clean things up here as that flag is creeping very slowly to the favor of RaVe Esports. And the kill onto Cobalt with that CBJ. What is this CBJ loadout going on here in 8v8? This is absolutely, completely, oh my days, a CBJ in 8v8. Total full loadout here. 40 tickets to 230, and that's just showing the confidence from Sentinoob. It's like, I don't care what weapon I take, I just got the CPJ. It's like taking the dual pistol loadout in Counter-Strike. Total troll. It could be a little bit of a mind game, you know, too. To get killed by that weapon could be completely infuriating and throw your concentration out, because it's such a random gun to use in 8v8. Needless to say, we do have Weasel here staying alive on this Bravo objective, but unfortunately does get taken out there by Johannes, getting the refrag for his team. And Lodrum is up, trying to get a little bit thirsty there for some blood, but Rune is going to be denying any sort of infantry presence here on this point. And Waffles, throughout this entire road, have only managed to have their hands onto one objective. In the beginning, they had that push onto Alpha, but it was not enough. They weren't able to hold on to it. Rune was able to clean it up, and the helicopter and Sentinoob and the jet. All the vehicle superiority was just dealt into the hands of Raven, and easily allowing him to stay alive here. But 16 tickets, it's not looking good. There's no chance now, especially on the China side, for Waffles to have a comeback here on this final round of Rogue Transmission, which means we will not be going into a tiebreaker, and that is a GG and a victory, with Raven going towards the semifinals for the BCL Atlantic Cup here. GG, well played to RaVe Esports. Stop hating on the CBJ, Captain Obvious. Little end cam hype there. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. 224 to 0, so that is 234 to 0 on this map. Let me update the scoreboard. We have a 2-0 victory for RaVe Esports. That's a 234 to 0. Hide this. There we go. So you have the final score, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is the right screen. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But they have it. GG to RaVe Esports. However, Luftwaffles did have a very good round there on the the first round of Rogue Transmission. Played very well, and I don't know why that 2 is there. That is completely not supposed to be there. There we go. Fixed and done. And Waffles, I mean, they did well on Goldmud Railway. They really did. They came back on the second round, but I think they slipped up. They were a little bit too complacent in the beginning of the first round. Just they possibly a little bit of baggage from the previous time they encountered Raven in the group stages, and possibly going in, you know, a bit fearful for that. But well played, Raven, and well played, Waffles, putting up one hell of a fight against a very strong team. And for a team which has not been together for such a long time, nonetheless, I'd have to say kudos to them for putting up a very good fight, especially on that first round of Rogue Transmission. Very exciting, very close game, 10 tickets to 0. But unfortunately, that Russian side does have a huge advantage, and as soon as Raven got that Russian side, safe to say that they were going to secure a victory. However, I did keep my fingers crossed for Waffles to see if they could pull it through on the China side, on the defense side. It was just... So yeah. And right now,